I'm back at the CD175 yet again, and I'm trying to sort this gear issue. I think there may be wear on the barrel, selector barrel of this new casing that I got, so I've decided if I can, I'm going to swap all of the gear stuff that was in the other casing into this one. And I'm just taking a little video here to show me the way things goes. Just to show you, there was a little wheel here with the where the spring goes. I'll just put it back in for a second so you can see. So you can see it, there's a little spring there, and this wheel would go into hold it in place and all that. And so I took all that off. There's a little nut and a washer on top of that. Took them off. You've got this spring, and this spring sits, you'll see down here, you know, if you can focus there, but you'll see that it goes down and sits against the edge of this. So taking that out, and I'm setting them to the left as I'm taking these apart. This is what I do usually in the way I take them out. There's a little piece then here, and you kind of have to prise that back and then lift it up, but you'll see that the spring sits there against the edge there and sits here. So, and there's a little piece that goes on the top here, but I'll show you that in a wee second when I get it. Just lift it off. Yeah, just before I do lift that off, to show you, there's another piece that sits in behind this, that sits up against the edge like this, just in case I pull it off and then I forget. So that's just for my own reference as well. Yeah, so when you get them bits removed, you'll see that there's a little plate here with two wings on it that holds the bearing in and the barrel. So you have to remove them two screws. Now these two screws initially won't be easy to get out, so I just applied a little bit of heat. It doesn't take much heat, just a little bit, and I got my impact driver and they came straight out. And that's the second one that I've taken apart today, so I know that works quite well. So I'm taking that out now. Just set that down there along with the two screws so we don't lose them. And then you come to this here, the bolts that are in this, and you take them out too. Okay, when you've taken those bolts out, there's a little piece here that says it sort of connects it for neutral, and when it's in the neutral position, and you need to get that black piece off. Now you need to be extremely careful when you're doing this, because there's a little tab on this black plastic piece and it's very easily broken, and this screw can be quite awkward to get out, so you'll just have to take your time and try your best to remove it without breaking the tab on the black piece, just to let you know. Yeah, so as you can see, it doesn't be long getting dark around here, and I don't get a lot of time to work on this properly. So I've got all the gears back in now. There's a bit of silicone around them. I'll clean that out. That's all going to be cleaned up. It's selecting every one of the four gears. I haven't checked it with the actual selector shaft, but they're going into each other in the engine when I turn this and turn the star. So I know that if there's a problem, it's probably not going to be in here. It's going to be with this, or it's going to be with the fork that comes in under here. So we'll just have to see. It's now dark. I have to go and run a few errands, and then I'll come back and I'll clean this and I'll put it all together, and hopefully we'll be done with it tonight. So before I run my errand here, you can see that I have been round this edges of everything and still picking wee bits off here and there, but I've cleaned off most of the old stuff. You need to get this as clean as possible, and the reason I'm going to stress is that this silicone stuff can get into oil passages and things on your bike, and they can block your oil passages up, and then it's game over. If your oil passage gets blocked up to something, obviously it needs oil, it's not getting oil, it's gonna wear the part and you're back to square one, opening the bike again, wondering what the hell went wrong. So you have to be very certain that you're not putting this gasket sealer in the wrong places. especially close to things like bearings and that where oil needs to get in. There could be special oil holes, canals for oil to travel through the bike engine, and you can see a little bit in there, just have to pick that out. They can do damage, so you need to make sure that this is 100% clean before you start putting anything together, so to speak. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just running through the engine to pick all the wee bits out, making sure there's nothing there that's gonna annoy me engine once I have it together, because I'm not opening this for a 7th time. But that's it, guys. I suppose I'll get back to you whenever I have the cases back together, and we might put the clutch and all that stuff on the night, have it in one piece. I can't try and start it because I don't have oil. I have to get new oil because the old oil was full of filings from the time that happened in the head, that canal got blocked in the head. So I have to get new oil again, and I have cleaned out the casings. You can see there's no flecks of anything in there that's going to damage anything. So that's it. Right, I'll come back to you whenever I've had my dinner and have this all properly cleaned, and we'll put the cases back together. Okay, so engine's back in one piece now. Kickstart working. Selecting the gears. Right, the next thing is we're going to start to put the clutch on and all of the other things and get this finished up tonight. Well, that's the whole engine back together now for another go. I guess all we can do is give it a try, see what it's going to do. Kickstart back on, working. Selects through the gears, clutch and all back in, oil filter. I have the valve timing again to set, or the valve gap, sorry. And I have the timing of the spark to set again. I'll do that when it's in the bike. I might do these. I'll not do them tonight, but I'll do them before I put them back, the engine back in the bike. Oh, and that, guys, that's it. That's all I can tell you about the CD175 tonight. It's pretty cold out here, so I'm going in for the night. I'm going to clean up all this mess whenever it's a bit drier. It's just sealant, and then we'll set the timing and we'll set the valve gap, and that's it, and put it back in the bike and see what happens. I have to get oil. I've mentioned that a few times, what happened to the oil, so I have to get more oil. I have to get some for my own anyway. My own will be coming soon, so it will, and I can't wait to start working on it. So there we go. That's it for now. Thanks for watching Demo 690. Please subscribe, hit the like button. It all helps to get more viewers, and I'd like to welcome also all of my new subscribers. Don't be afraid to leave me a comment there, and let's all enjoy this together. Okay, see you later, guys.